It's not just about the recipe. It's about how to cook, plan a meal, throw a party. I'm Vickie, and this is Meals and Entertaining for Regular People. So, for my fifth and final sauce, I'm going to invent something. So, I did mention before of the French sauces. There's 5 mother sauces. And one I could pronounce, 3 I can't, but the last one is tomato sauce. So that would kind of lend itself towards Italian cooking. So I thought to myself, every once in a while, I want some pasta, but I'm not sure what I want. So I invent a sauce. So today we're going to invent one. And we're going to invent it with a sun-dried tomato paste instead of a sauce. And we'll cook that in there. So first I'm going to start out, like I always start out, with my frozen already cooked onions. So first I'm going to start with this, but in the meantime, so I wouldn't waste all of your time, I put some pasta water on because I'm going to go ahead and cook with the fun little bow ties, also known as farfalle, I think. So I'm going to salt the water as I'm waiting for the other stuff to boil. Now, sometimes it seems like I have a theme going where everything I cook has bacon in it or something. It ends up that way. So today what seems to be mushroom themed. But once again, you don't have to add mushrooms to any of this. But traditionally marsala, the last thing I made was marsala, that always has mushrooms in it. So I know a lot of people don't like mushrooms, but I'm not going to eat a beautiful pasta sauce without some mushrooms in it personally. So I'm going to go ahead and do that today. Now, you've seen me cook with a lot of butter. But I cook half and half generally with things like this. So I already know that the onions were cooked in butter. So I have butter there. So I'm going to use olive oil. And I'm going to cook this in some olive oil. And then I'm going to cook with all of the things. I'm going to cook with wine. I'm going to cook with dairy. I'm going to cook with tomato. And I'm going to cook with stock. So today we're going to see what happens. Too bad you can't taste it. Today we'll see what happens when you do all of them. And then I'm going to add some red pepper chili flakes. But remember, it goes a long way. So I don't put a whole ton in there. And then we're going to, when we get to the thing, we're going to add the tomato sauce. After I cook this a little bit, we're going to add the tomato sauce. And you always cook the tomato paste, whether you open up a can of tomato paste or whatever. You cook it, and it cooks the aluminum out of it. Or the metal taste. So you've seen me do this exact thing 3 times today. Or if you got bored and had to come back to it, it would be once a day if you're watching 5 separate things. This takes a while to cook these. I'm going to stick these on. Well, I'm cooking 2 things at the same time again.
I'll get it.
Oh, did I drop that? Okay, so those little guys are cooking. These little guys are cooking. I'm going to add, what other seasoning do I want? I don't know if I need any salt and pepper. I like Lowry seasoned salt, so that's what this is in here. And I had an executive chef for 5 restaurants at my house once. And it's just a little garlic for fun, even though I'm going to add garlic and pepper. And I said, what's the one ingredient you can't live without? And he said, Lowry seasoned salt. I go, okay. So I use it for everything. Okay, I think at this point I'm going to add the wine. So I'm going to add some white wine because I want it to be a lighter sauce. Now, I'm doing this. It is beautiful. I'm doing this to show that you don't have to have a recipe. You just have to have some imagination. Now, I do have a ton of ingredients here. My sister-in-law, who goes, if it's over 3 ingredients, she won't make it. She'd take one look at this and say, oh, hell no. But it's kind of fun. I have to say heck no? Oh, heck no? Is that even a word?
I don't think so.
Okay, see? That evaporated right away. Now I'm going to put in some of my tomato paste. Yum. And I'm going to stir this up in here. So already had a little wine in it. Now it's got the tomato. Already have some dairy, but we're going to put cream in it. All right. Okay, now let's add some garlic. Oops. Lots of garlic. Now, mind you, I didn't want the garlic to get burnt, so I added when I got some liquid already in here. So now I'm going to add some chicken stock. Because we'll make this real nice light sauce. We're going to put some basil in.
Smells delicious.
So it'll be good. Fill the garlic. Just put some, so you can eliminate any of these things. You don't have to put the wine in. You don't have to put the mushrooms in. You really need to put some onions in, but whatever. You could just have garlic and olive oil and butter if you wanted to start it with that. See, it's got a lovely sauce. Now, I need probably a little more sauce. So I add some more of chicken stock. Then I'm going to bring it to a simmer. Then I'll taste it. I'll add some cream to it. Okay, so now we have in here a few things. I'm going to add a little cream. This is going to be a cream sauce. Kind of like a pink pasta sauce. Only this isn't deeply red. Oh, lovely. So what would have been fun in here, which I would, if I was thinking, to add a can of small diced tomatoes. Would have been good. Then we had little pieces of red tomatoes in here. But oh well. So now it's a beautiful color. You know, you could also add cream and marsala. A lot of people do that. I forgot to tell you that. Okay, now instead of at the end, I'm going to cook a bunch of basil in here. It's almost, the sauce is almost finished. But I want to taste a little more of the flavor in it, so I'm going to cook it in it. It's kind of a delicate thing, so it should be always added at the end. Yeah, this needs little red dots. Oh well, I'll know for next time. And of course, Parmesan cheese. So I'm going to put some of this in here. Is it getting carried away? Beautiful sauce. So now we're going to add our bow ties. Oh man, this is going to be great. And so the whole purpose of this was to show you that you can be a little inventive. And then if you go, oh, next time I would not add that basil in there, you'll know. I mean, you got to be, you know, willing to experiment a little. So, you know, the same old trick. I'm going to take a little pasta sauce and put it in here. Then it's going to look like it's too watery. Then it's going to thicken up. Same rules. Salty, water, beautiful bow ties that are almost done. They're going to finish cooking in the sauce. So there is one more sauce with the mother sauce I just forgot about, and I just remembered. And it is made with the egg yolk. So that would be the Hollandaise sauce or the Bernay sauce. My husband keeps giving me hand signals like I'm doing something wrong. So generally in life, I would be yelling at him. When I can cook, I don't need you. I've been cooking before you were born. So, honey, what was wrong this time?
Nothing.
What was
It looks
wrong?
great.
What was wrong?
You just don't want to add too much pasta at a time in case you hit that point. And not everybody at home has made a lot of pasta.
Not everybody at home wants their husband telling them what to do when they're trying to make a video.
Well, that would be true.
Okay, honey, I'll let you. You thought I was just talking and putting pasta in there? Yeah, so that'll thicken up. So, for the last one, the egg yolk based pastas, there's no shame with buying a mix. So, this is a Bernay sauce. So, Bernay's is if you add tarragon. If for some reason you take a Bernay sauce and you go, gosh, what's that? I've never tasted that before. It took me a long time to figure out. It's like Hollandaise sauce with then a little extra lemon and some tarragon in it, and maybe, you know, a couple other spices. So I don't make the egg yolk stuff. I went to my cousin's house, and they invited me, and I was making the turkey gravy, and along comes one of the cousins, and she makes this beautiful hollandaise sauce, which seems to me far more complicated than any gravy. And they were very grateful that I made the gravy, but yet she made homemade hollandaise sauce. You got to temper the eggs and do all that stuff. I'm not willing to do it. There's nothing wrong with a mix. So I made an experiment. I used cream, wine, stock, tomato, and my usual other stuff. Now, next time I would do it different. But I literally was just inventing this. I was thinking, what can I do to combine all of them? And I put all the ingredients on the sink. So it's good. We'd eat it for dinner. And unfortunately, by the time I came around to doing this again, I won't remember what I did. This is thickening up. And today was so you don't be scared when you could cook some homemade sauce. And those are the basic sauces that you have. I don't think I forgot anything. But this will get you started. Okay, have a great day. Bye. Thanks for watching. Please visit my website, mealsandentertaining.com, and see my available ebooks. Plus, subscribe to my channels, and don't forget to follow me, like me, or love me.